Hey LHS, and welcome to the March edition of Book Talk. This month I'm going to talk to you about 4 books that are on next year's Gateway nominee list. So at the high school level, we have a list every year of 15 at the high school. 15 nominee books that have been chosen from teachers and librarians all over the state. I've actually served on some of the committees that help choose these books. And I'm telling you, these teachers and librarians have read hundreds of books to help find the best ones to recommend out to kids. So these are on next year's list. Now, if you've been reading off this year's list, which we have them in the library, we have posters up. If you've been reading off this year's list, like if you've read things like Girl on the Run, Tweet Cute, Jane Anonymous, What I Carry, The Inheritance Games, Fable, Clap When You Land, all those books. If you've read 2 of them, you can stop by the library in the month of March and vote for your favorite. We've got a voting table set up right by the checkout desk. So it's the only award in the entire nation that is chosen completely by kids. So it's always cool to watch that person get that award every year at the State Library Conference. So I definitely recommend you at least try to read 2 of these a year. They are guaranteed to be good books. So the ones I'm going to talk to you about today are next year's nominees. That means we'll have like 2 to 3 of them of each one of these books in the library next year so that you can read them if you're interested. The first one I want to talk to you about is called The Poison Heart. So the main character's name is Bree, and her aunt dies and leaves her estate, this big fancy mansion, right? So she and her family pick up and move there. Now, Bree has a special gift. She can make plants grow. I swear this reminds me of some movies I've seen. Anyway, she can use her powers to make plants grow from seeds to anything, to these big, beautiful flowers. So they get to the estate, and she kind of starts exploring things, and there are secret passages, there's hidden gardens, and there's some very dark magic happening. And she ends up kind of trying to figure out how to manipulate it all and how to make it all work with her special powers. So really neat, kind of realistic fantasy even. It feels more real than like Dungeons and Fairies, but it still has some definitely magical fantasy elements in it. This one's Poison Heart. Our next book is by the same author that wrote Girl in Pieces. This has been Girl in Pieces is pink and looks similar to this, has like lines to the word. It's been really popular. This one's called You'd Be Home Now. And this one is another emotionally heavy book. Girl in Pieces was pretty intense. In this one, our main character is Emery. And Emery is in a car accident with her brother, and another girl from their small town is killed. Now, Emery's family has all kinds of issues. She's kind of an in-between kid in the house. She's known as the not-so-cute sibling to her super hot older sister. And she kind of is a babysitter a bit to her older brother who has a substance abuse problem. So she's kind of over it, sick of some of the drama from her family. And then her brother is driving under the influence when he kills this girl in a car accident. And everything kind of is in shambles. Her brother ends up at rehab, and she sees the truth about a lot of people she didn't understand. So this book deals with loss, grief, depression, and substance abuse. Really heavy book. You'd Be Home Now. Okay, I got another heavy one for you. This one's called Fade Away. The main character's name is Jake, and Jake is the star of his high school basketball team. He drains a fadeaway at the buzzer to win the state championship. He is on the top of the mountain, and then he's gone. No one can find him anywhere. He's completely disappeared. And this book is not told from Jake's point of view. It's told from the point of view of his best friend, his ex-girlfriend, his brother, and it's their take on dealing with his disappearance. The truth is that even the superstars at the absolute top of their game are not always as strong as we think they are. So it's a really interesting story. There were thousands of people watching when Jake sunk that shot, and now no one can find him. So it's about putting away the pieces of someone who isn't there, and you're not quite sure why. Really interesting book, lots of different perspectives in this one. It's called Fate. Okay, the last one I'm going to talk to you about this month is called The Hollow Inside. This is a really weird book, but it's supposed to be pretty captivating. I haven't read it yet, but I'm really interested. The main character's name is Phoenix. So Phoenix lives kind of from town to town in a van with her mom, pretty homeless, all over the place. And there is a man back in her mom's hometown that her mom blames for the fact that their life is the way it is. You kind of got to read to find out what the drama is behind that. So they end up back in her mom's hometown, and Phoenix goes investigating this guy that they blame for everything bad that's ever happened to them. And the closer Phoenix gets to the truth and this guy's family, the more she realizes her mom might not be telling the truth. So definitely a lot of mystery and drama, family drama unfolding here. Kind of an Outer Banks drama vibe is what I've been told. Again, I gotta read it too. I haven't read it yet. This one's called The Hollow Inside. So those are just 4 of the 15 books that are on next year's Gateway nominee list. So if you're looking for a good book, you want to try something new, this is definitely a great place to start. You can always talk to Mrs. Dooley or myself, and we can help you find these books. Don't forget, if you live in Lawson, you can also sign up for a Libby account through Mid-Continent Public Library in Excelsior, and you can read online. You can read these books on audio, you can read them on your phone, on digital, on ebook. So lots of different ways to get your hands on good books. Make sure you pay attention that the library hours have changed. We're now open Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday until 6:30 at night. So if you need help with homework, you need a place to work, we're here for you on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday nights. And as always, Miss Dooley and I are here all day. Thanks for paying attention this month, and always be a reader.